Well, hello everyone. Today I have a very special box from Das Werk, and actually the box is so huge that I had to put it apart in order to be able to show you the box art itself. And as you can see, it's a German half-track used by Marshal Rommel's command vehicle. So let's put the box aside. In the meantime, let me tell you that Das Werk is actually a bunch of German engineers that are producing their models and their designs through Takom company, which is quite known Chinese producer of plastic model kits. This one is in 1:16 scale. We'll start with a manual and we will work our way through all the parts so you can see for yourself how detailed the kit actually is. So let's start. Here you can see the sprue list. It's quite extensive. It obviously includes all the necessary decals for several versions. We'll talk about them later on, as well as some basic photo etch parts, clear parts, and two different sets of wheels. So, as you can see, the manual is nice, detailed, and very informative, as we are quite used from Das Werk. And the kit or the building actually starts with a undercarriage. It's a half track, which means partially wheeled, partially tracked vehicle. In our case, it's 38 track links per side, which is less than half of, for example, Tiger 1. And as you can see, it's really nicely detailed. The kit itself includes, let's say, rudimentary or basic gearbox and the engine. So with a bit of additional work and detailing, you can build it as an open model with a very fine detail. And also here you can see the different types of wheels, depending on the usage in the European or African terrain. Okay, here is the gearbox. There are plenty of decals which are necessary for the entire driver section. Okay, let's move on. Here is the engine block. By itself, from the kit, it needs some additional doing, but I believe that sooner or later someone will provide it as an aftermarket kit as well, with a possibly quite hefty price. This is radio equipment, also quite nicely detailed already from the box, so why not to use it? And it's quite prominent in the open group compartment. Okay, further through the instructions, now we are assembling the body of the vehicle. Plenty of nicely prepared parts. Okay. Yeah. And this is the final chassis. But the kit includes actually two figures. One is the driver and one is Marshal Rommel himself. So both are available. Yeah, this is the one with the Rommel. There are 5 different camouflages right out of the box. 3 of them actually contain vehicles used directly by Rommel in Africa, and the 2 other ones are from 1942 from Russia or Eastern Warfare. First one is Greif, which means in English Griffon, the first vehicle of Rommel. Second one is Adler, or in English Eagle, pretty much very similar version. And the last one is Eagle, which means hedgehog. And the last 2 camouflages are both from Russia 1942. Yeah, here you can see some another products from das Werk, all actually produced by Takom, and all of them are just nicely done, nicely detailed, and absolutely justifying the price tag, which, by the way, for this model is in the ballpark of 65 euros, something like that. So much for the manual. Now I will show the decals. You can see the decals are already pre-cut in order to copy the surface of the vehicle, because it's bent like this, so it's quite handy that you don't need to cut them yourself later on. And the decals actually are for all three major versions, with the Greif one being the most notorious one. Okay. Now let's see the plastic parts. This is the basic chassis of the vehicle. The model is just slightly under 30 centimeters long when completed, which means that it's 1:16 scale, so be prepared for that with the space in your display. As you can see, the bottom is nicely riveted. All the necessary details are there. Most of them will not be visible, namely this part, because it will be hidden behind the wheels, which are running the tracks. It's actually open top, and with the possibility to open the engine bay as well, which is definitely worth considering. Okay, so let's go for the sprues. It's quite a lot of them. These are the track links. As you can see, they are nicely detailed. Actually, 3-part track links. So, albeit there is only 76 of them needed, it will be quite a tedious job. On the other hand, you don't need to buy any aftermarket at all. Okay, here are the interior parts. Also, we can see the details on the seating for the crew. And basically, this is what would you expect from a kit in 2026. Yeah, there is no compromise, no compromises in a detail level, so it really looks just that nice that you can see. For the version front, you can see multiple Mauser rifles, which are included. No need to buy them as a additional stuff. The wheels for tracked part of the vehicle. Yeah, this is actually doubled. Nicely slide molded, everything just fine. Here are, this is a running gear for the tracks, as well as another parts of undercarriage. And as usual, everything is just nice, clean, no issues here. I believe the build will be very, very pleasant, and for the price tag of less than or around 70 euros, I believe very fine. Yeah, the kit is, or usually this model is displayed with 6 jerry cans on the back. All of them are nicely prepared, and as you can see, nicely detailed. Yeah, it's just das Werk. It means the guys are really having a very, very good attention to detail. In this sprue we have, honestly, I don't know what these are. Some vision port covers, maybe some seat or something. Still, I believe that this fabric actually looks quite nice as well. So the model will need not too much touch-ups. This is actually the figure of Marshal Rommel. Very nice one, to be honest. Plenty of details on the body. The head and the cap is separated, as it is quite usual. Notice the glasses that are for protection when driving in the desert. So yeah, 1/16 scale figure, really nice one. Another sprue with that's radio equipment, some storage boxes, ammunition boxes, etc. Again, nicely, finely detailed. Okay, this is a figure of a driver. Again, the body, it's very well produced, so no surprises in here. Another sprue that contains engine parts and undercarriage parts as well. As I said, the engine block could use some more detailing, additional wiring, cabling, etc., but I believe it can be done to a very, very nice look. Okay. This is the shield for the machine gun, which is here. As you can see, it really looks nice, as it already is in the kit. So 1/16 scale, absolutely beautiful. This is one of the few 1/16 models that is actually reasonable sized, I would say. So it can fit into anybody's box or anybody's display. MP40, again, nicely detailed, no need to buy additional stuff. Gas masks, pistol holster, and some parts of the chassis. We are getting close to the end. These are some internal parts, driving wheel, or steering wheel if you wish, and basically parts for the driver's compartment. These are the sides and the top of the engine cover, as well as the vision ports. And these are the sides of the undercarriage, I believe, as well. So altogether, it's actually making quite a huge load of plastic that basically won't fit under my camera. So for your money, you will get a huge weight in plastic and definitely a very nice kit as well. And here you can see these are the photo etch parts. Not many of them, but the size gives you to understand how big the model actually is. And several clear parts mainly for vision ports and headlights, as well as a tow rope, which was winded on the front of the vehicle. So should you suggest to make this model, I really can just recommend it to you, because combination of the details, price and the size is absolutely perfect from my point of view. That was all. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe if you can. And should you have any questions, just talk to me in the comments. See you and bye.